Femi. Very nice. Where's that from? Adiola. I want to roll with the geezer. It's wild that the vast majority of recent British history is actually about colonialism and slavery. But here I was in school learning divorce beheaded died, divorce beheaded survived. Divorce beheaded boring. You can't teach these hot takes. All opinions are mine. Hands up if you're racist. Anyone? Not you? You're racist? No? That's what I thought. No one will ever admit to being a racist. Not even the racists. So where does it come from? There's no racist gene that's inherited from racist grandparents or uncles, like a mystical curse that can't be shifted. Is this hocus pocus? Just like maths and English, racism must be something that is learned. So what keeps racism going from generation to generation? Well, where do children spend the majority of their time? In school. Schools where we spend those crucial years learning the 3 R's: reading, writing, and racism. Growing up, my schooling had me believe that Britain had no stake in the slave trade, that colonialism was fantastic because we gave the world railways and factories, and racism ended when the Equalities Act was passed. But we know that is far from the truth. So why are we taught that these invasions were a good thing? When are invasions ever a good thing? British history centers on rose-tinted stories of old, violent white men from the past, and the national curriculum completely erases important figures and narratives. I was taught relentlessly about busybody Henry VIII, his wives, and how Queen Victoria was never amused, but wasn't taught anything about the British abolitionist movement. Black Brits were literally fighting for the freedom of slaves. And if you think white people were giving up them slaves without a fight, you have another thing coming.
Do you think British schools are teaching racism?
I don't think they teach racism, but
they're not teaching about racism.
The national curriculum really is one-sided in regards to what they believe is Great Britain.
It's not teaching the full story of the history of this country specifically.
A lot of these institutions are founded in a time where this wasn't necessarily the social climate, and because of that there is certain ideological dogma that exists within them.
More has to be done to educate our teachers to teach effectively and correctly.
Teaching isn't just about what you learn in class, it's about the environment that you're in.
We're not talking about taxes, we're not talking about colonialism. Like, what's the point?
I wish I learned about Ignatius Sancho, the first Black Briton to have voted in the UK after also fighting for our freedoms. These are Black Brits that paved the way for so many others to do great work. So why did I not learn about them in school? I will tell you why. Instead of being taught an accurate history, Black students are instead vilified for their natural hair. But when Lucy gets braids done on the beach in Jamaica, nobody's saying anything. So what's the truth? The way we educate in this country, from what I've seen, has always left Black students both academically and societally disadvantaged. And it's disgraceful, frankly. Black students are less likely to go to an elite university and are less likely to leave university with a first or a 2-1. But why? Well, it's a known fact that Black students have been marked down in school from an early age because of teacher bias. If you're routinely disadvantaged because of the color of your skin, how will you get the confidence to succeed later in life? It all starts with your school representation and what's ingrained in you during your time at school. Learning Black British history and the facts about the British Empire should be mandatory. They should be covering all history, nurturing all talent, and bringing out the best in every single student. Been away this summer? No, you just look like that. Tell you're gonna be a troublemaker.